Now to this morning's headlines online and from the major news outlets around the country. The Sydney Morning Herald says the Prime Minister will pitch the coalition as a Jobs government in a major speech today.
Also in that story, the Courier Mail reports Scott Morrison will pledge 1.25 million new jobs will be created within 5 years.
The Financial Review says the government's also promising to eradicate net debt within a decade.
And The Guardian Australia says the PM's jobs pitch comes as high-profile independent Oliver Yates launches a bid to challenge Treasurer Josh Frydenberg in his Melbourne seat of Kooyong.
In The Age, Mr Morrison is claiming that Australia could tumble into recession under a Labor government.
The Australian leads with new news poll figures showing that a 5-point turnaround has happened in popular support for the two major parties since December.
ABC News Online pictures opposition leader Bill Shorten, who signalled he will break with tradition by not meeting media mogul Rupert Murdoch in the US.
Cut off for days. The Mercury says communities in Tasmania could be isolated after a huge bushfire shut the Huon Highway.
The Herald Sun pictures two teens armed with baseball bats who were allegedly involved in a standoff at a Melbourne train station.
The West Australian says police are closing in on two men alleged to have been part of an international text messaging scam.
The Canberra Times reports the nation's capital is losing 3,000 trees a year.
In The Advertiser, 1,500 motorists have been nabbed speeding in school zones over the past 5 years.
School of hard drops. The Daily Telegraph says the value of homes near some Sydney public schools are set to plummet after catchment area changes.
And the party's over, kids. The NT News leads with students beginning to head back to school as the summer break comes to an end. Not before time, says every parent in the country. Anyway, we love them all, but it's time to go back to school. It's back to school week. Different states have different school starting days, and it's prompted all of us here at News Breakfast to have a nice stroll down memory